are you a fit? Do you fit into this world? Are you a friend of this world and an enemy of the Most High? Does the world consider you a friend? Does the world come knocking at your door with opportunity, with so many things that it offers? And does it make you feel some type of way? Does it entice you to be part of the world? Do you long for the things of this world? Well, the reason why I'm asking this question is because I literally realized that something happened in my walk where I really no longer desired the things of this world. I mean, zero. And for all the people who may be listening to me from the United States of America, and of course other continents and countries of the world, you may have some sort of aspirations and dreams to literally achieve goals and wealth and prosperity in terms of the worldly definition of it. And that's maybe to acquire things, houses, prestige, certain types of relationships, certain types of people that you know and circles that you run with. And for those people who are literally called and set apart, who are living outside of this world, there comes a moment, and I don't know, and the reason why I'm talking about this today is because when it dawned on me that I literally have no desire anymore for what the world offers. And now I could say that, as a blanket statement, puffing my own self up, like I really have no desire. Maybe I do. Maybe there are some things that I do want, but they could just be needs based upon how the Most High wants to bless his children and bless us. But I literally will say, deeply, passionately in my heart, that I don't want anything that this world has to offer, because I know that some of the things that are offered to us literally cause death, that'll cause us to be separate from him, that'll cause us to compromise our faith. So I ask again, are you a fit? Do you fit in? Or do you find yourself, do you find it difficult for you to fit into certain situations? For example, are you the one that is the life of the party whenever you go around your friends or family? Do your family feel comfortable? The family, if you have family that is of this world and doing the things of this world, but you may be opposite of that, does your family feel comfortable having you around at certain engagements? Are you reached out to as much? Are you finding it difficult to enter into the workforce, to the marketplace, and get along with people who are living in this world, loving this world, following their own dreams and aspirations in order to get the things that the world offers? So I'm saying this, and it may seem abstract to what I'm saying today, but what I really want to get to is that there has to be a strong differentiation of our desires to be a part of this world and our desires to follow the Most High in everything. And when you come to that point, as you grow and develop and walk with the Most High, you may not even know that you crossed over. You may have just gotten so used to the persecution. You may have gotten so used to the closed doors. You may have gotten so used to all the things that come along with not trying to fit into this world that you just literally crossed over and didn't know it. And that's what happened in my case. There was a lot of times where I refused certain invitations, and because I was no longer interested in being involved and influenced around people or certain scenarios or environments that would cause me to transgress, that would cause me not to be able to be real and share my faith without persecution. And when it finally came around full circle, I had realized that, there's no longer a need for me to be wanting and desiring the things of this world, when you start to see how the Most High has protected you so much, that he's incubated you, that he's honored your decisions not to strive for the things that oppose him. As a matter of fact, there's sometimes where people, say that they want a certain amount of wealth, they want a certain amount of prestige and power. But with that, sometimes these very blessings can pull you away from the Most High. These very blessings can make you dependent upon the world and thinking that because you've been successful in this world, that you are successful in your spirit, man, and in your spiritual walk with the Most High. But a lot of times that's not the case. Matter of fact, most of the times it's opposite. So to be persecuted, to be outside of this world and to literally fight daily, to know that have you heard the phrase, opportunity knocks? I know when I was in flow and in sync with the algorithm of the world, I had a lot of opportunity that would knock on my door. It would seem like all the time when I was doing the things that were necessary to stay with the flow in the world, that the opportunity that would knock to have me continuing to go in that certain flow. And over the time of being developed, many of you may have experienced it. You may notice that sometimes that opportunity no longer exists. And maybe how that makes you feel. I know in my situation, I was wondering, how come no doors are opening for me the way they used to? How come it seems like, I can't fit in, I can't get in where I used to? But I realized that fit is such a tremendous blessing. It's momentum that's been built up to say that, you know what? No longer am I a part of this world, and I'm coming out. I'm coming out. And what he's going to do to us who are called and set apart, his children, the people who love him, and in these last days, he's pulling us out of this world more than ever before because it's been turned up. There's a lot of things that have been rolled out and will continue to be rolled out that will get us to the point where we can just no longer be apart unless we really bow down to the beast, bow down to Satan. So I want you to be encouraged to know that if you can't get in where you don't fit in, then that's probably a really good thing. And you can look back and say, how did this happen? Because I started to feed myself with the truth of the Most High, where I started to follow his laws and his statutes and his commands, where I tried to make sure that I overcame the sins that I thought that maybe I would be dealing with my entire life. But you know what? I decided to go ahead, straight ahead and attack those things and try to overcome them. Friends may not call you like they used to. Your invites might fall off to certain places. Like I said, you may not be able to get into certain work environments anymore. All because you decided to follow the Most High. And that's what it looks like to endure in these last days. That's what it looks like to not get in where you don't fit in. And it's a glorious thing because through all this, the Most High is perfecting our faith. And because we've chosen to not be a friend of the world, but a friend of the Most High and not an enemy of the Most High, then he can really use us to do what he's called us to do. And I think about, if some of you are going through situations where the world keeps pulling you and tugging you in and trying to bring you back, maybe because you're still young and influential and certain agents of this world thinks that they can still grasp you and take you and get you connected to the world because Satan wants souls for his kingdom and he'll use his agents. Or maybe because you're walking the fence between righteousness and unrighteousness and you're trying to play both sides, and yet you still get tugs to get pulled into the world. You still get the dangling carrot. You still get people who know what you're trying to do and what you're trying to stand for in terms of following the Most High and doing what he's called you to do. but yet you still get this pull into the world? Well, those are tests that we have to overcome. But sometimes these things are happening because, like I said, you're not doing what's necessary in order to really shut things down. You're not taking a hard enough stance. You're not making a clear-cut line of you serving the Most High and the Most High only. Despite your downfalls, despite the things you may struggle with, is your heart lined up to not be attached to this world? Are you like Lot's wife? Are you looking back? Are you taking your hand from the plow? You have to go all the way, full steam ahead in this thing for him to pull you out. And then when you get out there, you might realize that, of course, it's very lonely. But then you might realize, wow, I feel like I'm so far out of this world that how can I even fit in? Where do I get in? What should I do? What should I not do? And that will come from through prayer, through fasting, through knowing that there will be doors that the Most High opens, but those going to be doors that He's opened, and there shouldn't be too much confusion as opposed to whether it's something that you want to do because you want to be part of this world or not. But just know and be encouraged that as you go back and forth, working out your salvation, as you go back and forth, getting closer to the Most High and doing what you need to do, when He pulls you out, you're getting stronger, because the days ahead, we're going to be yanked out for real. Like, there will be no choice if we live to see the days where we're completely shut out of this world. We have no choice to love it because we've chosen to follow the Most High, and the only people who will have access to the world are the people who bow down. And we're already starting to see that. It's already happened. Matter of fact, it's happening. It's happening right now. Maybe all you guys can't see it based upon the situation and the things that are going on currently in your world. But I have witnessed with my own eyes where there's some situations right now where if you have not pledged allegiance to the world and to the things of this world, then there's some opportunities that are just no longer for you. So, in terms of getting in where you fit in, let's fit into the kingdom. Let's know that the world is no longer for us, even though we're called to be in it, not of it. I have a message about that, about living life in the bubble. You can check that out on the channel here. But if you continue to go forth and knowing that the world is dying right before our eyes, and we're just continuing to go forth and being part and attached to the kingdom, we can live supernaturally and allow the Most High to provide for us and to get ready for His instructions. Now, this message today I'm giving you is a little different, because the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like it's more of a coaching session. It's more of a practical, it's more practical information, but very spiritual at the same time, to help us prepare and get ready to know that as believers in these times, we're transitioning. We're literally having to transition out of this world like never before. Like, there's no back and forth. There's no, hey, I still want the white picket fence, the house in the suburbs, and the smart home, and the smart car, and the electric car, and all that. No, that's, look, a lot of the things being created for us are being created in the last days are for Satan's kingdom, for surveillance, for control, for lockdown. We have to know that when we're coming out of this world, we're literally about to be out here in some ways, in some regards. And, it may not be so radical at conception and over time, but you have to have that mindset that we're literally caught apart and we're living through the end times, biblical prophecy. So be encouraged today. I hope you've been touched. I hope you've been blessed. and I'll be back soon. All praise to the Most High. Again, this is Brother Elliot. Peace.